Hey everyone, don't forget to follow me on these social media platforms to stay up to date with video content along with interacting with me directly on all your favorite topics and discussions via Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Thank you, and let's begin. What is going on, Dragon Ball fans? Welcome back to another episode of this week's Dragon Ball Q&A video, where today we have lots of awesome questions to go through, courtesy of your questions having to be posted down below. And before I begin, I do want to let you guys know that each individual question posted onto this video is going to be directly reflected onto you guys, as I would like to know your answers as to each question posted down the comment section below. And of course, if you guys have any questions to ask me of your own, it pertains to Dragon Ball, make sure to go on ahead and drop your questions down the comment section below. And again, if you guys are new to this channel, don't forget to go on ahead and punch that subscribe button and enable all notifications. That way you guys can be notified whenever a Dragon Ball video is posted onto this channel, in conjunction to news, information, updates, and discussions, hashtag notification squad. And the final plug for this video, in case you guys are not subscribed to my second and third channels, you guys can go on ahead and find the links to those down in the description box for Unreal Network and for Unreal Vlogs, for behind the scenes footage and tons of awesome content on there that you will not get to find on here. So without wasting any more time, let's go on ahead and begin with our very first question of the day, which is from Swift Removal. Hey Alex, I love the content you've been putting out recently. It's different compared to some of these other boring YouTubers, and you actually add a bit of flavor to your vids, which is what I really like. I wanted to get your thoughts on the following, if it was too much to ask. Also, Happy New Year's to you as well. Happy New Year's, man. Question number one, what are your thoughts on Goku fighting Jiren so soon? Oh boy. Do you think they should have saved this fight as the last battle? Question two, how is it that you feel about Vegeta's attacking having no effect on Jiren? Do you think it's because Jiren is hiding lots of power? Question three, do you think Vegeta will realize his mistakes and fix them in the tournament, or do you think he will be tossed out? Once again, I do want to say thank you so much for your questions, and of course, if you guys want to ask me any question of your own, either post your questions on Twitter. You guys can follow me at Twitter at UnrealEntGaming, or post your questions down the comment section below. To answer your first question, yes, I think it's way too soon for Goku to fight Jiren, and I'm only speaking on the subject from an objective point of view, because there is a small part of me that wants to see Goku fight Jiren like right now, but at the same time, I think logically, Goku should not engage Jiren at all, because he's been through so much in the tournament already. I think that he ought to be given some time just to recuperate, you know, regain his stamina. And tonight, we're gonna bear witness to Goku fighting Jiren once more as they collide with Vegeta as an assisting partner. So I think it's very unique how Vegeta and Goku are gonna fight this guy together tonight. But I do think that, yes, they should have saved this fight for last. I do firmly believe that they're kind of rushing this a bit, and it's kind of like weird at the same time, because you don't know when exactly Goku's gonna go into Ultra Instinct. You don't know how he's gonna go into it, if Jiren is gonna force him into it, if something else is going to happen, some sort of an event that triggers Goku into tapping back into Ultra Instinct. It's quite unique in my opinion. So I firmly believe that tonight we are gonna bear witness to a really fun episode, and I think for me, I haven't been this excited for an episode following the episode 109, 110, and episode 111 showcases with Hidden Goku. So I just think that this fight ought to be, you know, savored as the final fight, because you already know, based on what they're trying to do, that Goku is indefinitely going to fight Jiren at the very end. It's just a matter of who's going to win. And I think that instead of just doing Goku and Vegeta, they should have just done Vegeta and just given him an entire episode, as opposed to having Goku involved, because when Goku fought Jiren, he had his own episode dedicated. So I'm just kind of wondering to myself, okay, well, what's really going to happen when Goku's involved with Vegeta tonight? So yes, I do believe that this fight ought to be savored, and I don't really know why they're doing it so quick, but I just really hope that we get more answers as we continue within the months of Dragon Ball Super to follow. Now, to answer your second question, how do I feel about Vegeta attacking Jiren and having no effect? I've said this dozens of times in my comment section. I do not hate Vegeta. I love Vegeta. He's one of my favorite characters. People misconstrued criticism for hate, and they're going to just blindly assume that you hate a character because you're pointing out their flaws. No, that is a fallacy, and I personally love Vegeta as a character. I just feel like it's not surprising to me that Vegeta is going to attack him and nothing happens, because look at what happened with Kaioken times 20 Goku. Kaioken times 20 Goku had literally no effect on Jiren at all. So you have to ask yourself, okay, well, what kind of an effect can, you know, Vegeta have, given the fact that he doesn't even know Kaioken himself. And I think that, yes, it's because Jiren is holding back lots of power, and I think that tonight we're gonna see a side of Vegeta that we haven't seen in such a long time, which I am honest to God excited for, because we get to see the final flash. We get to see how Vegeta actually gets some hits in. So, you know, I'm really happy that they're giving him some shine. But in the very end, he's going to get decimated, and it's not me crapping on the character, it's the truth. You see him getting pummeled, but he's still in there. You have to give Vegeta respect for still being in there. Lots of people, they overlook this just because they're going to say, well, he doesn't deserve to be in there because so-and-so reasons. I totally disagree. I feel as if Vegeta ought to remain, and he deserves this fight, but I just think that Jiren is definitely holding back a lot of power. Now, to answer your final question, Vegeta realizing his mistakes and fixing them, or having to face the inevitable and being tossed out. Well, I do firmly believe, in my opinion, because I do have an opinion, I think that Vegeta will get thrown out. I don't know when, I don't know how, I don't know by who. I just think that in the long run, he's going to get thrown out. It's just going to be very interesting to see it, you know, the way it's going to happen, because I don't see Vegeta unlocking Ultra Instinct. I don't see Vegeta tapping into any other power higher than Super Saiyan Blue, at least not yet. And I think that Vegeta, before he gets tossed out, he is going to leave an impact in that tournament. He really is. Whether or not it be Vegeta eliminating Toppo, or Vegeta eliminating Dyspo, or Vegeta having some sort of, you know, impact on inflicting physical damage to Jiren. I mean, the sky is the limit for this guy, but I just firmly believe that right before he gets tossed out, something's going to go down to where I think that he's going to leave an impact, and that's going to create a center of opportunity for someone else to step in and finishing the job. For example, I think Goku's going to be that guy, as he's going to tap back into Ultra Instinct and do his business. I just firmly believe that Vegeta will try to fix his mistakes. Right now, he's just blindly going into the fight against Jiren, not knowing what he's really up against, considering the fact that he watched Goku just get mollywopped all around the ring. It's kind of sad to see the outcome of that fight, but I just firmly think that by the end of all this, I think that Vegeta will realize his mistakes and he will try to improve. But by the very end of it, I really don't see him succeeding, but I do think he will leave an impact before he is permanently gone from the Tournament of Power. But then again, I could be wrong, and we could have like some sort of like other shocking event happen to where at the very end he ends up winning somehow. So the sky is the limit for Vegeta's character. But either way, tonight we are going to be reviewing the episode on the channel alongside talking about it possibly on a live stream, so make sure you guys tune back for that. But anyways, Mr. Swift, thank you so much for your questions, and I hope you have a fantastic day, my friend. And now moving on to the next question, which is from King Flip. Hey, I'm a new subscriber, Unreal, and I noticed that you do Dragon Ball Q&As, and I was wondering if you could answer this, please. Question 1, I watched your recent Frieza vs Dyspo video, and I was wondering why you would like to see Frieza get pushed to Golden. Question 2, what are your thoughts for Dragon Ball Z Raging Blast 3? I saw your video on it on your other channel, and I wanted to know more. Question 3, do you like 17 more or Gohan, and which one of them will push Toppo the most? Question 4, do you do any other Q&As non-Dragon Ball related? Thanks. Thank you so much, Flip. Well, to answer your first question, the reason why I would like to see Frieza get pushed tonight, get pushed next week, continuously get pushed, is because he hasn't done anything in the show of significant importance. That's not a bad thing. I just want to see more from the character, and that's not really, you know, me crapping on the character. I just firmly enjoy Frieza, especially in the tournament, and I would love to see him come across somebody who's literally going to give him a run for his money. A lot of you guys seem to, you know, for whatever reason, downplay Dyspo. Some of you guys are saying, oh yeah, he looks like Beerus. Oh yeah, he's like a purple, you know, Bugs Bunny variation of like Roadrunner. He's really fast. And I've seen some really dumb stuff. You gotta give the character some credit, because tonight he is gonna confront Frieza, and he's very ballsy for that. And, you know, his feats, I think what's most interesting about Dyspo are his feats, because he's a very extraordinary fighter. He's known as the Blitz Captain, the Speed Captain of Universe 11. And remember what Dyspo did to Hit during the first half? You can't discredit that. And even when he fought Goku a little bit in his God form, he was able to push him around. So, you know, for Final Form Frieza, and only for Final Form Frieza, I think would it be suitable enough to see Dyspo kind of push him around and kind of throw his weight at him until Frieza uses his golden powers to put him down. That's what I want to see. And in that video, what's remarkable is a lot of you guys were more fascinated by my looks than you were the actual message in the video. And again, I'll repeat myself, the message in the video is I want to see Frieza go all in with Dyspo. I really want to see Frieza get pushed, and then once Frieza is backed into a corner, I want to see him unleash all of his power and then put Dyspo down. And then from there, I guess we could do a Toppo versus Frieza, or even if they're ballsy enough to do Frieza versus Jiren, but I just think that, in my opinion, Dyspo ought to just body Final Form Frieza and pushing him to his breaking point, and then we can see Frieza play with his food and just torture Dyspo. Now, to answer your second question, okay, so I covered the latest Dragon Ball Z Raging Blast 3 content on my second channel, Unreal Network. I told you guys this various times on that channel. We do actually do discussions and movie-related topics alongside many other things you will not get to find on here. The link to that will be located down in the description box, but I did cover Dragon Ball Z Raging Blast 3 just recently on that channel, and we spoke about the project. We spoke about, you know, the pros and the cons to what may come about for this potential game, but it's only a project. I don't think that this game will ever come out. I think that Bandai has their eyes set on fighters. Bandai has their eyes set on possibly Xenoverse 3. I don't see anything else, you know, arising from Dragon Ball Z Raging Blast 3. I do enjoy the way the project looks, and, you know, Trevex has done an incredible job on working on the game by himself, but I don't see Raging Blast 3 ever coming out, which is why my opinion is a bit conflicted, because as much as I would like to see a Raging Blast 3, it's not going to happen, nor are they ever going to adapt those ideas, you know, onto a future game. Unless, of course, I'm proven wrong, I'll say otherwise, but as of right now, there is no evidence to support the idea that they're going to be doing this. Do I like the Raging Blast 3 project? Of course I do, but I just firmly think that they have their eyes set on something else, and that's the way it ought to be, at least for the time being. Now, to answer your third question, 17 or Gohan, definitely 17. Nothing against Gohan, but 17 has displayed more than Gohan has in the Tournament of Power. If you want to argue with me, go on ahead and post your comments down below, but I think that 17 was more effective, i.e. with Ani Raza, when his battle with, you know, Daemon, and all these things that 17 had done to prove himself as a worthy competitor. Gohan thus far, if anything, he's kind of been struggling here and there, and granted 17's feats are just completely different than Gohan's, you know, with the stamina factor and the energy factor, but I've really been enjoying 17. He's really been one of my favorites in this tournament, so I really cannot wait to see what he's gonna do tonight. And Gohan as well, I do have high hopes for Gohan. I'm a little iffy as to what he's going to do, because we don't have any sort of like indication as to what's really going to happen tonight, other than Gohan squaring up with Toppo with the assistance of possibly 17. So, and between the two, I would like to make the assumption that maybe 17 is going to be the one to push Toppo the most, because 17 is able to, you know, momentarily paralyze Toppo. He's able to do more with his body, I would have to say, and I think as credible as Toppo is as a candidate to be a god, 17, I think, offers a bit more when it comes down to his move set and everything he has to offer, which is why I think, at least, I have more to look forward to with 17 than I do with Gohan. But can I be proven wrong? Absolutely. I just firmly believe that by the end of this, something's got to give. Now, to answer your final question, I do, you know, feature other types of Q&A videos on my third channel, Unreal Vlogs. On that vlogging channel, I do vlogs, I do reactions, I do all sorts of different things that you won't get to find on here, which also includes basic Q&As. So if you would like to learn more about me and about me as a creator and as a person, you can go look at my personal Q&As on that third channel. Again, I will leave a link to that down below. But I do feature, you know, basic Q&A questions. If you guys want to submit any, go to my third channel and submit them, and I will definitely feature that in a future video. I actually haven't done a fan mail of the week for that channel ever since June, so now that you kind of reminded me of that, I might actually go back and doing so. I solely created the Dragon Ball Q&A playlist just because I wanted to feature all of the Dragon Ball questions first, because obviously everyone here loves Dragon Ball, so I wanted to get your, questions, and I wanted to get all the answers in the comment section as to how, what people thought and how people feel. But I do also do basic questions as well, and you can find that on my vlogging channel. So anyways, my friend, thank you so much for your questions, and I hope you have a fantastic day. And once again, guys, I do want to say thank you all for watching this special edition of Dragon Ball Q&A. I do have a special surprise in the foreseeable future for the Dragon Ball Q&A playlist. I am going to be adapting and doing things a bit differently. I'm going to be featuring Twitter questions and YouTube questions, so my recommendation would be to follow me at Twitter. If you guys are able to follow me at Twitter, not only would you be able to be notified about all latest in Dragon Ball when it comes to spoilers, information, and stuff, also getting my personal take on things, but also I will be starting Q&A threads on there in which you guys can jump on in and ask me any question you want. So I'll be grabbing questions from Twitter. I will also be grabbing questions from the comment section as well, as I've been doing thus far. But this was the first Q&A video of the year, so I hope you guys sit back and had a great time. Thank you all for watching. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to punch that subscribe button, guys. Turn on all notifications. The road to breaking past 500K continues, so make sure you guys spread the word about the channel. Get your friends, get your family members to subscribe. We're almost there, guys, so I hope to see you guys at the 500K line. Thank you all so much for watching once again, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below. Have a great day, everybody. Peace.